third group, and we're experimenting with a brand new process. So technical difficulties were expected. Sorry it had to be y'all. Let me run through briefly the ground rules we're operating under today, and then I'll ask you for a quick introductory statement. I do think maybe there's some feedback on y'all's end. You might have to mute something.
Yeah, hang on one second. Let me shut them. You got it. Let me shut these two down. Sorry about this. We've been on the phone with finance and everyone else.
All right, I'm going to try again. All right, sounds like the feedback issue's handled, Sheriff. All right, so the ground rules are, unlike previous years, we're keeping it to the time limitations just because of the difficulty of handling this remotely. And so we will keep this to 15 minutes. And we are, to help make that happen, we have assumed that everybody has read the materials you guys submitted to the council, and everybody's read the budget book materials, so there's no need to repeat those things. And we'd ask for a brief introductory statement if you'd like, and then we'll move to questions from council members. And we're starting off at 4:48, so we'll go to 5:03 at the latest. Sheriff Hall.
Thank you very much, and apologize for our snafus and our end. Yes, so this is my 26th year to come to the budget hearings, and even without COVID and without the tornado, we've had a very interesting year in the sheriff's office because we're transitioning into a large complex across the street from the courthouse. And what we do, it's a big year. So if you take that and a little disruption we had with an individual over there, and then you take the tornado and COVID, it's been disruptive. But extremely proud of the sheriff's office people. I'd rather answer questions and talk about whatever you guys need. Respect for time, but we submitted information as the chair has mentioned, and be happy to deal with anything we can for you tonight.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff. I will give me a second to look through the list of council members. Let me go ahead and ask you a question, and then we'll see whether other council members have questions. I know we've talked a little bit about expanding the services to the U.S. Marshals Service, and the process you're in to request a new reimbursement rate, and how that benefits Metro, not your department, and also the what you've requested as far as not holding ICE detainees. Can you just, for the benefit of everybody else, talk about the new revenue opportunity for the city, and also the ICE component?
Yeah, sure will. Thank you very much. In the budget in front of you, the mayor's office has proposed. We had initiated, actually, after talking with Councilman Mendez, that there had been a contract in place for many years dealing with federal inmates, and at one time there was ICE inmates included in that. We discontinued that back in November, and I had committed that we would change the contract with the Marshal Service to exclude the use of that contract for anything to do with ICE. We also wanted to reapply for additional rate moving forward. We did that back in late December, and basically for a variety of reasons at the federal level, that has been delayed in getting finalized. Here's the good news. We aren't going to use it for ICE regardless, but we will have a contract for the Metro Council to approve. And in that contract, we believe it'll have additional rate revenue included. Here's what a lot of people don't think about, because Nashville is obviously the capital city, but is also where the federal courthouse is. the federal government's use of jail beds for federally criminally charged individuals is very meaningful and helpful to the U.S. Marshal. I've been here over 30 years. There have been U.S. Marshal inmates housed in our facility, but that was typically driven by the available bed space. And as you guys know, Nashville went through a series of problems in the 80s and 90s with overcrowding, which forced the ability for the U.S. Marshal out. Now that the city is in a different place and our local risk population, our housed population, has been declining for the last 5 years, we have an opportunity to use those beds that the city has spent the debt service or the capital money on for use via the U.S. Marshal. That rate just is in front of you tonight. Basically means if we commit to housing up to 100 people, then the U.S. Marshal would reimburse the city at a rate of about 2.2 million, I believe. That revenue would go directly to the city, and the costs to do that would be just a need for correctional officers at about a 1.2 million. And that is the extremely conservative figure because we believe when the rate comes in the next few weeks, it'll be significantly higher than what we put in front of you. So with that, I've shared with Councilmember Mendez that I will bring the contract to him once we get it from the U.S. Marshal and ask it to be filed for the council to approve.
Thank you for that. And then the only thing I would add for that, I think from the criminal justice system perspective, right now the U.S. Marshal Service houses people all over Middle Tennessee, outside of Nashville, including up into Kentucky, and being able to. Their interest is being able to have people in town, and I know criminal defense lawyers like the idea of having people who are awaiting jail in the federal system local as opposed to scattered over a bunch of counties. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes, sir, very, very much so. And, they're transporting people every day down from Kentucky and other rural areas. And the thing to remember, too, a lot of times these individuals have local and federal charges. And so this allows us to shift the cost burden because they're basically awaiting trial on both to the U.S. Marshal. So I see it as a really good opportunity given that we've got the bed space and clearly will bring revenue at a time when we need it.
All right, thank you. Quick note for council members who want to use the Q&A function, and then I'll go to Councilmember Johnson. So the updated directions about leaving something in the Q&A section, if you're a council member, is you click, you're panelist, so you can only answer, not ask. So the way we're solving that is you click on where it says, this is a test question, and then type what you want to know in the box, hit send, and again, we'll have all those questions when we're done to get answers. So Councilmember Johnson?
Yes, and so I'm new to this, so forgive me because I'm trying to navigate reading something very new and just the whole process. But what I'm seeing, and what I think I'm understanding, is that the vast majority of your funding comes from federal or state dollars. I wanted to know, if you could just give me a ballpark percentage of from your total funding, how much are you relying on county dollars?
Yeah, virtually every dollar is a county dollar. The conversation we were having earlier, all of the revenue generated by the sheriff's office goes directly to the general fund, doesn't come to us at all. So, for example, the state of Tennessee would reimburse the county for us housing state prisoners and also reimburses the county for the federal prisoners. But once that revenue is collected by the city, the council and the mayor decide what our budget ought to be and gives us Metro money to do it.
Okay. So what percentage of those dollars are not flowing from the state or federal into, like what's generated just from the county? Is there a way to separate that out, sort of?
I tell you what I can do for you, and it won't be easy right this second, but the amount of revenue that we generate for various things we do is kind of the question you're asking. It would be coming in, and if we were to keep it, then what would we need from the county,
right.
In addition? And my understanding of this is, when Metro was formed, there was a lot of debate about how to do this exact situation for a constitutional office. But it was decided, and has always been the way, that all revenues go to you guys, and then I receive only Metro money to run the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask Director Cooper to type that question into the WebEx to get more of a breakdown, because I think that's probably figure outable, but we can do that after the meeting. Councilmember Johnson. All right, we're down to 4 minutes. I got 2 people in the queue. Councilman Druffel, you were there first. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Chair and Sheriff Paul. There, in other expenses under general fund, and this might be a detailed question on my just Q&A, but it shows a $636,000 increase from this year. Is that all related to the new facility, or how much of that is related to the new facility? In other expenses.
And other expenses.
636?
Yeah, under other expenses in general fund.
Show that. Doesn't show that on there.
Let me see. I'm looking at the budget at a glance that we submitted. I can surely get to that number. And it's other revenues, 636. Okay, Councilman, if it's okay, I will respond to you here in just a few minutes when we get off directly about that question, if it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And page E30-4 is where I'm getting it. But anyhow, thank you. I know it's a detailed question. Just directly trying to get a sense of, is it all related to the new facility? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
Sheriff, if you would mind sending that to the council office so we can capture the answer for everybody else, that would be great. And then another programming note here. Council members, if you leave a question in the Q&A, please indicate what department you're talking about. We're going to need to be able to figure that out afterwards. Councilmember Suara, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And a quick note for the Sheriff. Thanks, Sheriff, for being here. The 636 is not the actual spending, is the difference between your budget for 2020 and 2021, if that helps. So you now find 636 as the budget item is the difference between what you have in 2020 and 2021. My question is on the utilities. And I do know that that has to do with the new building. But that represented about 74% increase. So my thought is that if we move into a new building, would we not have to stop paying or reduce on the whole building?
Yes, that's a great question. And basically, I was catching up on your first question. The 636 was the planned savings from last year's amount. And I think, Councilman Suara, you're right. That's where it came from. And tell me the first part of the second question, if you don't mind.
So the first question is not my question. I was just trying to direct you to where Councilmember Druffel question came from, so that when you're looking for it, you can see where that 636 is. So you would now find it in your budget, because it's not in the budget itself. It's the difference between last year and this year. That's where the 646. So I was just clarifying that so that if you're looking for it, providing that information. That's that part. My question is on the utilities. And I was saying that I understand that it went up because of the new facility. But I was trying to figure out why do we have it that high at 74% if we're not going to keep paying that much on the old facility?
Great. Okay. Yeah, so what this is historically General Services paid for the utilities of our downtown buildings over the years because it was all under the one utility system. When this building was built and that old one was torn down, that cost was to shift to the sheriff's office. This isn't new money. It really is coming out of what General Services would have been paying under the old arrangement. In essence, what you're doing is you're saving somewhere between $250,000 to $300,000 in a more efficiently designed building. I can send you those numbers, but it really isn't new utility cost. It's actually moving from General Service to us.
Thank you.
All right. Council members, we've reached the deadline, and there are no other hands in the queue. Sheriff, thanks for being here today. Thanks for participating. And like the other life safety departments that are and constitutional offices we've got coming to us today, we want to thank you and everybody on your team for all the work you're doing on behalf of Davidson County. I know it's always dangerous, but there's a extra layer of safety issues now, and so really appreciate everything y'all do.
Thank you very much. Thank all of you.
Thanks, Sheriff. All right, now we will move to